Welcome to Bagua, China. You may have heard of Chinese New Year, or know it's based on the lunar calendar, and that people set off firecrackers to celebrate it. But do you know why people set off firecrackers, and what else people do on that day? Today, we're going to talk about the top 5 things you don't know about Chinese New Year. Number 1. Why people set off firecrackers? In ancient China, there's a legendary beast called a Nian. Every year, he attacks the village around the New Year's time, because he knows there will be a lot of people and animals in the village. To him, that means food. So he picks that time to attack the villagers and eat their animals. This causes a lot of tragedies, and it's a nightmare for the villagers. One year, people notice that Nian never attacks one of the families in the village. People ask that family, why Nian never troubles them at New Year? The family says, they have a tradition of setting off firecrackers. The following year, everyone in the village does the same. When Nian arrives, he is scared by the noise from the firecrackers and runs away. That year, no one was hurt. The good news spread to all the other villages, and it became a tradition to set off firecrackers for the Chinese New Year. In case you're wondering what this terrifying beast looks like, here's a picture of Nian. Number 2. Chinese New Year is the world's biggest annual migration. A week before the Chinese New Year, Chinese travelers start heading towards the train stations and airports to take part in the world's largest annual migration. We call it Spring Movement or Chunyun. This Chinese ritual happens every year ahead of the Chinese New Year. The mass migration stems from citizens traveling home, both within China and from all over the world, to spend time with families during the festival. In a normal year like 2019, it was estimated that Chinese travelers made around 2.9 billion trips during the Chinese New Year holiday. Here's a picture of how the train stations may look around Chinese New Year. So if you're traveling to China, try to avoid the Chinese New Year period, or get your tickets weeks or even months ahead of the Chinese New Year. Number 3. Chinese New Year celebrations can last up to 15 days. Chinese New Year celebrations are not just for one day, but can last up to 15 days. The biggest celebration is on the Chinese New Year's Eve, not on the New Year's Day. The biggest day is called the Spring Festival of the Lunar New Year's Eve. On that day, Chinese families will decorate the house, prepare festive treats, and have a big celebration. Most of the celebration activities you may have heard of, like the reunion dinner, setting off firecrackers or fireworks, giving lucky money, and wearing new clothes, are all on that day. It is the happiest day of the year. However, on the other hand, the Chinese New Year's Day is the first day of the Lunar New Year. It tends to be a sad day. On that day, Chinese families visit temples or go to burial grounds to remember ancestors or family members who have passed away. So next time, remember to celebrate on the day before the lunar calendar starts. Number 4. Special dishes can bring good luck and fortune. Food is always a large part of the Chinese celebrations. For the reunion dinner, we have tons of food and snacks, but we only keep 8, 10, or 12 dishes on the table because we believe they are lucky numbers. There are also some special dishes, depending on which part of the country you're from. In northern China, people have dumplings, which indicates wealth. In southern China, people have sticky rice balls, which are a symbol of a family reunion. In the middle part of China, people have noodles, which represent happiness and longevity. But there's one dish everyone has, regardless which part of the country you're from: fish. And we always leave some fish for the second day. This is because having fish every year sounds like having a good harvest every year, which was important in Chinese history. Number 5. Lucky kids can receive thousands of dollars in lucky money. Lucky money is also called red pocket. It's money given in a red envelope. Chinese have the tradition of visiting families and friends during the Chinese New Year period. Like visiting your grandparents or other relatives you may only meet once a year. During the visit, children and unmarried adults will receive lucky money. If you are in a large family or have a lot of family friends, you may even receive thousands of dollars during Chinese New Year. Of course, that means your parents probably gave out the equivalent amount. So what happens is that some parents will take most of your lucky money and leave a little bit for the kid as a pocket money, because that's essentially the money they paid out. In these days, with modern technology, you may receive an e-red pocket. It is becoming more popular to use the e-red pockets in social apps like WeChat, especially when families can't physically meet each other. Thanks for watching.